If you run a business and you schedule appointments with clients, then the chances are that you've experienced a no-show. A no-show is when a client books a meeting for a specific time. They say, Alex, I'm going to be there at 3 p.m. You can count on me. Then 3 p.m. comes by and they're not there. Then it's 3:02 and you're starting to sweat. Then it's 3:05 and you wish you could be at home with your family. Then it's 3:15 and they have no-showed. There's no response. Then sometimes the next day they get back and they're like, oh, I got caught up with whatever. And then you're going to have to beg for them to jump on a meeting again, or you're like me and you just decide to blacklist them and never work with them ever again. Here is how to reduce the no-show rate. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. But let's make sure that's never a problem. If our customers show up to meetings on time, then we don't even have to have that debate about whether we should meet with them again or blacklist them from ever talking to us ever again. Instead, let's just get these people to show up to meetings. That's what I want to talk about in today's video. But before we jump into it, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe down below and smash that like button. I'm about to show you the actual scripts we use to get people to show up to calls. If that sounds cool, then subscribe and like the button. I've never heard anyone say that before. So that's what we say now. These days, everyone is stretched thin, and there's nothing more annoying than a client not showing up to a meeting. Because you sit there, you book your day, and if you're like any of the salespeople at X27 or LeadShark, you're booked solid. You know, let's say you could have a maximum of like 12 meetings in a day. Every no-show is missed money that you could have had. Like if they had just said no, or if they had shown up to the meeting, it would have led to money. So let's remove these no-shows. We don't need these. There are a few ways to reduce your no-show rate that are tried and tested. This is how we have one of the lowest no-show rates in the industry. When I book a meeting, a no-show for me is so rare that it just almost never happens. So this is how we reduce our no-show rates within our companies. First thing is limit how far in advance the prospect can book. The sooner a prospect schedules a meeting for, the higher the likelihood of making it happen. That is why when I try to do sales or when I do deals, I'll even try to get them on the call within a few minutes of them coming in. So they message, they're like, oh, I'm interested in this. Can you send more info? Then we'll send, yeah, are you available for a quick call? And then we'll just have our discovery call right there on the spot. That reduces the no-show rate to 0% because that meeting's already booked. Now, if you're more structured with your sales process, or you don't want to have meetings right away, or maybe your assistant's booking meetings because you have such a packed calendar, then I would limit your meetings to the next 2 to 3 days at maximum. So if it's Monday, then you got to meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if it's not important enough for them to meet on Thursday at the absolute latest, then they can get back to you when they're less busy. And you can feel free to say that. Say, oh, okay, sounds like you're kind of busy, or this might not be a big priority for you. Please feel free to get back if that changes. You want them to care about the thing that you're selling. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting time with prospects that don't care, or you're going to force meetings on people that don't really see the value in the meeting, and that will increase your no-show rate. So one of the easiest ways to do this is limiting the amount of time they have to book the meeting. So 3 days in advance works for me. 3 business days is what I'm talking about. Like if it's Thursday, then it would be Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. If it's Monday, then it would be Thursday at the latest. Number 2 is send calendar invites. And this sounds stupid simple to some of us who are in the habit of sending calendar invites right away, but you can't believe what I've seen out there. And maybe you've dealt with this too, where someone's like, yeah, let's meet Thursday at 8 p.m. And then Wednesday rolls around, there's no calendar invite, and they finally send a calendar invite Thursday at 6 p.m., 2 hours before the meeting. Like, no, dude, of course I'm at a no-show. I didn't even know we had a meeting. You know, there's no calendar invite. So you need to make sure that you're sending Google Calendar invites to everyone that you agree to as quick as possible. Like within minutes of the meeting being agreed to, that calendar invite should be sent, and they should accept yes. If they hit yes, then you know there's a higher chance of them showing up. If they hit maybe or no or don't respond, then I would start worrying about no-shows. But if you send a calendar invite quick, you get that yes, it's within 3 days, then you know this is going to happen. So don't wait around. I'm also in the habit of when someone invites me to a sales call, if they're a little too slow, I have to make a calendar invite on my own calendar, because otherwise it'll just get filled with other stuff. So understand that your prospects are busy. Especially if you're talking to golden geese companies. These are companies between $5 and $150 million in revenue. They got work to do. And so if you don't get that calendar slot filled as quickly as possible, it's going to be taken by someone else. And it's always so awkward. You're going to have to do the reschedule and everything just because you didn't have that calendar invite, and the chances of booking the meeting decrease drastically. From 100% if you had sent the calendar invite to now, even 30% is still a 70% decrease from 100%. Number 3 is use appointment reminder emails. So you sent the calendar invite, you booked the meeting within 3 days of them saying that they're interested. And now you want to send some reminder emails as a last minute no-show defense. So I'll send a few of these emails, and here are the ones that I use. This one I'll send the day of. Here's what I'll say in our emails. I'll say, "Hi Mark, looking forward to the call today at 5 p.m. PST. Here's the Zoom link." I'll put the Zoom link and I'll say, "Talk soon, Alex." And typically they respond to this. They're like, "Yeah, me too," because they're so excited. But even if they don't respond, then they have the Zoom link, they have all the information. Then if you have your calendar invite set up, I will send something like, "Your Zoom meeting with the team is in 5 minutes," and I'll send the Zoom link again. This will be 5 minutes before the meeting. So 5 minutes before the meeting, I would schedule this to go out, which is, "Hey, talk to you in 5 minutes," and then send the link again. So for instance, if they start to no-show, meaning it's been 5 minutes, or even just a couple minutes, you could say this. Say, "Hey, I'm on the line when you're ready." And notice what we're not doing. We're not asking, "Are you coming?" or anything like that. We're just saying we're on the line, and that's that. And if you wanted to really help, you could put another link here, and just right here, and then the link. "I'm on the line when you're ready." This will be after 5 minutes. And then if you really are hungry for the sale, normally I don't really wait longer than 5 minutes, but if you're really hungry for the sale, so after 15 minutes of them being late, you would say, "Hey, I've got some other work to do, haven't seen you join. Please feel free to let me know you're available so we can connect. I can stay on another 5 minutes," and then put the link. And you can stay another 5 minutes if you want. Just from the principle of it, I've skipped meetings from people that are 5 minutes late that I've really wanted to meet with. Because if they don't value your time enough to be on time to the first meeting, it's just a reflection of how the rest of the relationship's gonna go. So I've lost instant respect for some of my heroes because they were 5 to 10 minutes late for meetings with no signal or no reminder. And because of that, now I've got a much smaller selection of heroes. Or I just decide not to meet with them and still read their content. Because you don't really want to be turned down. You don't want that to happen. So after 5 minutes, you send that reminder. And then after 15, you send this other reminder. If you want to learn more about lead generation, be part of an awesome community, and have me help you out weekly on live calls, then you have to join Email 10K. It also comes with access to all of our courses on how to grow your SaaS or your agency. So check that out at email10k.com. right now. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to smash that like button to encourage this type of content on YouTube. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.